Hi, I'm Christian from the Cause Video Production Crew, and I'm back with another interview with our two guests. Could you please introduce yourselves?
Thank you, Christian, for having us here today. I'm Shilpa Garg. I'm a physician by training, and I work here with the local veterans. Um, I'm a part of a volunteer instructor with the Art of Living Foundation. It is one of the largest volunteer-based, nonprofit, non-governmental organizations in the world. It has its presence in 180 countries. Um, and the cornerstone of the Art of Living Foundation is the Sky Breath Meditation Program, which has been taught to over 500 million people all across the globe. The mission of the foundation is to create a violence free and a stress free society. And the evidence or the scientifically backed breath based meditation techniques is profoundly beneficial in reducing stress and in personal development of people all around the world.
Can I um can I ask what audience or what does this target? Like, which audience does this target directly, or is this for anyone in general?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the programs offered by the foundation and primarily the cornerstone meditation technique, the Sky Breath meditation technique, is offered to all different age groups and population based. It's taught to school age children under the Sky Schools program. It is also taught in different university campuses under the Sky Campus program name. And in the community, it is also taught to prison inmates for prisoner rehabilitation. It is also taught to the veterans and to the returning, active military personnel, also to the different healthcare institutions as under Healing Breath. So the name keeps changing, but it's taught to different population groups, in different in the communities, and also to regular um, community folks, along with the corporate world as well. And it pretty much covers from age 8 until 18 and above. And I have here with me our youth teacher,
Yeah,
Emin.
thank you, Shilpa. Great introduction. Thank you, Chris, for having us. Um, my name is Emin Izzat. I am a finance manager for quite a large construction company in Pennsylvania. I live in Delaware. As part, as Shilpa mentioned, as part of the organization, I probably spent about 1,000 hours certified training to coach children from 8 and up to teenagers 18 years old in similar breath work, but tailored to that age group specifically. So it's a combination of breath work with some of the meditation and targeting the mental health of the children.
Um, what are the results from these techniques, whether it be typical or unordinary? If you mind explaining them.
For the kids, I've seen profound changes. It's and Shilpa will explain a bit more the differences in the mindfulness and the sky breath techniques. In youth, the sky breath impacts the cognitive, psychological aspects, allows a more of a rich social emotional development and intelligence. Children become more self-aware of their feelings. They apply techniques in difficult situations. They they are actually able to even deflect, certain conflicts in the situation. The results also were amazing in terms of grades. Kids were more relaxed. Kids understood the challenges. Um, More of a connectivity, less bullying. The Sky program was actually implemented at several high schools in the United States, and the results were amazing.
Do you guys both use these techniques, whether you need them or not? And if you do, they show any? Are there any like good results, or do you notice any significant changes?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been using, or I've learned this. I first learned the sky breath meditation technique in 2004. So it's been over 15 years, a little over that, and I've been practicing it daily. And I'll tell you, it has been life transforming for me. It's almost like, if I can say, our mind is the mind is like the monkey mind, right? Thoughts constantly go here and there, and in just 20 minutes of daily practice, I can go from a monkey mind to having a Zen mind. So just feeling calm, relaxed, energized, more focused. So it's absolutely amazing. So I do better at my work, more productive at my work, happier, better relationships, and better health, better sleep. And what's really amazing to me is not only that this is my own personal experience, it is the experience of many of people who take the workshop, and it's completely evidence based. Not only people experience this, but the studies that have been done, the research that has been done, shows that how these techniques basically has an effect on our parasympathetic nervous system, which basically is a system that controls our the functions of the in our body, and how it gets our brain to relax. And there are hormonal changes in our body that correlates with better immune function, decreased depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, improvement in your cholesterol levels, blood pressure levels, and so forth. So at a practical level, yes, I get to experience those benefits, and at the same time, they're completely evidence-based. So it's an amazing, profound technique, and I feel it's like the best gift I've given to myself.
If I may add briefly, in the past, I have young children, and coming home from work, and my field is pretty stressful. I manage almost $250 million budgets. So imagine the stress I'm coming home. So if my kids will ask me, to go out and play with them, typically I wouldn't be even, willing to do that. So with those techniques allows me to calm distressed still, not accumulate that stress, not accumulate this, we call it different names, negative energy. Somebody told you something, your boss, you had some argument. So it allows me to come home and actually be myself and willing to spend the rest of the evening with kids. Be playful, don't have that heavy, I'm tired situation. So yes, it's been profound.
And it also changes the behavior within your household and your children too, in a positive way, right?
Absolutely. And it teaches them that, my dad is actually, tells me less and less, I'm tired. So they see the benefits. And one of my son is 10, so he's practicing some of those, applying those techniques, and he sees the benefits too, as well.
So you've taught your family, like the rest of your family, these techniques, and now they're using it in their daily lives?
Correct, yes. My younger daughter is still 5, so again, it applies to age 8 and above. So my son is 10, he's going to be 11. So he's been practicing for 2 years. He has attention deficiency and hyperactivity. So it's benefited him enormously at school. So his focus is much better, less redirection at school. He went from the tailored educational program for him into a more flexibility. I was talking to his psychologist recently, and he said he's off my radar like for the past 6-7 months, and it's definitely attributing it to those techniques that he's been applying in his typically morning hours.
Do you guys have any advice or any tips for those, or any tips or advice for those who need this, or maybe want to influence this in their lives, or especially those with ADHD like your son has?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of research is still ongoing, how sky actually breath impacts the kids with some autistic children, or kids with a spectrum, with attention deficiency and hyperactivity. The first results were done outside of the United States. They're remarkable. It does impact, like Shilpa mentioned, a certain brain waves in the body that allows kids to be more focused, more self-disciplined, self-aware of their conditions and situations and challenges. So they become more. They start recognizing. There's a difference between when I am without the practice, what I am with the practices. So the advice, of course, is look for the opportunities of the Sky Breath program. It's part of the International Association for Human Values, which is a sister division, I would say, of the Art of Living organization that deals specifically with children and veterans programs, as well as the Prison Smart. So just look for those opportunities. The courses are offered online and in person in the area. Just look for opportunities and try it out.
I have one more question. How is sky breath different from the mindfulness meditation?
Maybe I'll take that. So sky breath technique is completely breath based. It's a very effortless technique. It utilizes the breath. You utilize your own breath, and the results are tangible, and you see the results right away. It basically, because we're using the breath in a specific pattern with specific technique, it impacts our parasympathetic nervous system and causes a lot of neurohormonal changes in our mind and body system. The net result when you practice a technique which is very easy to practice, the net result is increase in concentration and focus. Versus when we compare this to mindfulness meditation or perhaps some other meditation techniques, sometimes, these techniques take years to master for the results to be tangible. And some of the meditation techniques, you have to focus or concentrate, which is difficult. The sky breath is just the reverse. It's very effortless. Anybody can do it. And right from the first session itself, every person who does it, they can experience that focus, increased focus, feeling of calm, feeling energized, and it happens effortlessly, utilizing the rhythms of your breath. And breath is something which is so natural and innate to us, right? It's like everyone, we are all breathing, but we don't even realize that we're breathing, except when we're out of breath. And, it's like the first act of life. When we come into this world, we breathe in, right? So what I'm trying to say is that it is something so innate to us. It's very natural to us. It's very easy technique, but at the same time, very profound.
So basically, we're just practicing mindfulness breathing or sky breathing without actually knowing the benefits.
No, you experience the benefits. Once you do it, the thing is it's very easy to do. Anybody can do it once they're guided how to do it. Once you learn the technique, it's very easy. And the benefits are immense. And, you can experience the benefits right away. So
If I may add, so there's a pattern of breath, right? So when you breathe without the awareness of your breathing, right? So it's just comes and goes. Breath is one of the energy sources, right? One of the main energy sources. So when you put the breath into the pattern, like if you're happy, you breathe differently than when you're angry, or if you are scared, you're watching a horror movie, right? So your breath pattern is completely different. So what happens here is in techniques, you reverse. You bring your breath pattern to the point where it's calm. Instead of calmness bringing your breath, when you're calm, you're breathing differently. So now you're saying, you know what, I'm consciously going to breathe at that pattern so that my body will recognize that, oh, I'm breathing at the pattern of being calm, and that calms my body. So it's one of the technique incorporates that patterns. So that's why it's a little different from just a natural breathing that you do on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys mind, would you maybe show an example or show some techniques of sky breathing for the camera or for the audience?
Yeah, I can definitely demonstrate a breathing technique. So this is not the sky breathing technique. To learn the sky breathing technique, you have to take the the 3-day workshop, it takes several hours and, couple of days in consecutive days. But we can certainly demonstrate another breathing technique that also has a very calming effect. Would you like me to show that?
Sure.
All right. So this particular breathing technique that I'll just demonstrate right now is called, I can hold it with this one, yeah. It's called the alternate nostril breathing. And what it does, it has a very, it calms, or it basically relaxes our left and the right brain, right? It has a very calming effect, and it brings the left and the right brain in balance. So a lot of times, or oftentimes if like there are a lot of thoughts in the mind and, one is feeling stressed out, so this is a good breathing technique. And what we do, it's very simple. You take the fingers of the right hand, you can bring your right hand up and use the index and the middle finger, and you place that in the center of your forehead. And you can initially open the eyes just to observe me, and then at some point close the eyes. And then we will be using our thumb and the ring finger to alternately close the right and the left nostril. And the left hand, you can just place that. Yeah, the left hand can be just placed on your lap, palm facing upward. And the right hand, like I said, the index and the middle finger, center of your forehead. And you breathe in initially with both sides of the nostril. And then you close the right nostril with the thumb and you breathe out through the left nostrils. Slow, long exhalation. Keeping the right nostril closed. And then breathe in through the left nostril, keeping the right nostril closed. Close the left nostril with your ring finger and then breathe out through the right nostril. And then again, breathe in through the right nostril. Slow, long inhalation. Close the right nostril and then breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close the left nostril. Breathe out through the right. And we'll keep repeating this in the next several rounds, perhaps 4 to 5 minutes, or keeping the eyes closed. Breathe in again through the left nostril. Breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right. Breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close the left. Breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the left. And breathe out through the left. And you end the cycle with breathing out through the left. And then you rest your hands with the palm facing upward and feel that calmness. And at your own pace, you may gradually open your eyes. So we do this at least for like 3 to 5 minutes. And what it does, it helps in balancing the left and the right hemispheres of the brain.
So off camera, you were telling me about this special event that's coming up. Could you tell the audience about that or more about it?
Absolutely. So there is a World Culture Festival happening in Washington, D.C., in the mall area across from the Capitol. It's from September 29th through October 1st, where more than 100,000 people from all over the world are expected to come. And this is for promoting world peace and creating a dialogue for peace and celebration of diverse cultures and, celebrating diversity, celebrating different cultures, food, music, arts, and there's going to be food trucks of diverse international cuisines. It's going to be a fun event. and there will be, dignitaries from around the world, business leaders, students, artists, and it's basically just celebration. Also, at the same time, promoting peace and harmony. Emin, do you want to add something to
Yeah,
it?
I want to say that National Mall being such an important venue for this country, especially, prominent leaders gave their famous speeches there. So I think it's the importance of that this place promoting with everything that's happening right now in the world, right? There's a lot of conflicts and violence, and bringing these cultures together, celebrating that diversity, like Shilpa said, and this important. And America being the leader in particularly in anything, right? Right now, we're leading basically the world in culture, in food, in the fashion industry. I think America can take that step, leadership in promoting that peace. I think that will be echoed for centuries and remembered for a long time.
Yeah.
So
And this
please,
event is free. So
and it's a free
everyone
event.
from
Free?
here, from Delaware, from the state of Delaware, is invited to all be a part of it.
Wow. Thank you both for taking the time out of your day to come and interview, and hopefully the audience, they ingest these words and become more at peace in mind.
Thank you so much, Christian. It was wonderful to be here and look forward to seeing all of you at the World Cultural Festival,
You said it was September 29th.
September 29th through October 1st.
Hopefully I see
And
you guys
everyone
there.
is invited,
Everyone? Like,
everyone from the state of Delaware. It's a free event.
wow.
So just spread the word, share it with your friends, family.
Hopefully we'll all see you there.
Absolutely.
And thank you.
Thank you, Christian. Thanks for having us.